Good evening, everyone. A local officer killed on the job. William Jerry McCarthy dedicated his life to public service. This is the big story we've been following throughout the day, and tonight we're learning more about his life and his career. David?
Well, Peggy, McCarthy died when a suspect crashed into his police cruiser, and that suspect admits she did something stupid. Channel 11's Amy Marcinkiewicz just talked with a close friend and a colleague of Officer McCarthy. Amy.
Well, David, this is a man who got on this job a little bit later in life. In fact, he just celebrated, he would have been celebrating his one-year anniversary on the force yesterday when he died. This is a man who is a husband, a father of three, and everyone we talk to say he has morals, values. He is a guy they all looked up to and wanted to be like. Police tell me that's the driver right there, sitting on the curb, bleeding, bruised, complaining of a back injury. State police say Kylie Barletto's poor choices Thursday night led to the death of Shenango Township police officer Jerry McCarthy. Police tell me Barletto, driving on a suspended license, would not pull over, blew through several stop signs while police were following her, lights and sirens blaring. Shenango Township police were just helping out on the call when officers say Barletto T-boned the cruiser. Officer McCarthy in the passenger seat died. The driver, Officer Mike Lynch, injured.
We lost a brother, we lost a good friend, and we lost a great man.
The loss so tragic that the Shenango Township Superintendent of Police couldn't talk. He kept his head down as he listened to the details of his friend's death. Jerry McCarthy was a jack of all trades, dabbled in a lot of things. A police officer with Shenango and Pulaski Townships. He was a detective and a humane agent for the district attorney.
It is shocking. He was a great guy. Going to be missed by the county, obviously. A great loss for law enforcement and for the animals of Lawrence County that depended on him.
I also learned he was a very religious man. Barb Mars tells me he always ended a conversation with, "God bless you."
Just shocking that, he's not with us anymore.
Now, this shouldn't have happened. I am told that this driver has not had a valid driver's license since last October. Now, the other officer that was involved in this crash, Officer Michael Lynch, he is recovering at home. Reporting live, Amy Marcinkiewicz, Channel 11 News.
All right, Amy, thanks very much. And more details now on the suspect, Kylie Barletto. This is not her first run-in with police in Lawrence County. As you heard, she doesn't have a valid driver's license. Let's take a look at more now. We checked court records which show Officer Lynch cited her for driving with a suspended license just last month. She's been cited as well for traffic offenses, 8 times since 2008, including 4 times for driving without a license or a suspended license.
Jerry has a wife. Jerry has 3 kids, 2 sons, 1 daughter. Jerry also has a stepson and stepdaughter.
Today's big story, described as a family man and a religious man, a Shenango Township police officer was killed on duty following a car wreck. William McCarthy, better known as Jerry, died just before 10:30 last night. The cruiser he was a passenger in was hit by a fleeing suspect. Now, we first brought you this story as breaking news last night on 11 and 11. Then our morning team took over with live reports every half hour. Tonight, we know much more about Officer McCarthy, the driver of the police car, Officer Michael Lynch, and the driver who may be responsible for the crash. Kylie Barletto is at Youngstown Hospital, will be brought to Lawrence County to face charges. Despite a lengthy record of traffic violations, one of her friends told us this is a case of mistaken identity.
Kylie is not a bad person. This is not, they were chasing someone else. They weren't chasing her. And it's an accident, I'm sorry. But it's not something she would have done on purpose. She was not running from no cops.
According to the criminal complaint, Barletto did not have a valid driver's license and claimed her car messed up.
Jerry was a family man. He was a religious man. Jerry was just a great guy.
An officer killed. Tonight, we're learning more about the great loss and the driver police say was on the run who's accused of causing the crash. Shenango Township Police Officer William McCarthy died on the one-year anniversary of his joining the department.
Now, we're going to show you how this crash played out in just a moment. First, though, our reporter on the scene, Amy Marcinkiewicz, live as the district attorney says the law enforcement community has lost more than just a partner. They lost a friend. Amy?
Well, David, he went by Jerry, and everybody loved him. In fact, everyone I talked to say he ended every conversation with, "God bless you." Now, the district attorney not only hired him, but he looked up to him and says this is a huge loss.
We lost a brother, we lost a good friend, and we lost a great man.
Lawrence County law enforcement still in shock. What should have been a traffic stop turned into a police pursuit and an officer killed. State police say Kylie Barletto, driving without a license, wouldn't pull over. When Shenango Township police showed up to help, officers say she T-boned a cruiser. The passenger inside, Officer Jerry McCarthy, died. The Lawrence County District Attorney knew him personally, hired him as a detective and a humane agent.
This is a loss. And for those of us who actually knew Jerry McCarthy, there was truly no greater man. I aspire to be half the man that he was.
The man in charge of the Shenango Township Police Department couldn't bring himself to talk Friday. He not only lost an officer, but a friend as well. State police learned the driver didn't have a valid license, had been pulled over 3 other times and cited. Why she didn't stop this time, they don't know.
You know, something that would have amounted to a traffic ticket is now homicide charges.
The other officer involved in this crash is Michael Lynch. We are told that he suffered broken bones and is recovering at home tonight. The suspect, she is still in the hospital. She will be charged with homicide by vehicle. Reporting live, Amy Marcinkiewicz, Channel 11 News.
All right, Amy, thanks so much. Now, from investigators, we're able to give you a better look at how this happened. Let's take a look right now. Police say the driver sped through 4 stop signs and started swerving. 2 Newcastle police cars then began to follow, as you see. A Shenango police car joined in and was trying to get ahead of the suspect's car to possibly deploy some stop sticks to stop the whole thing, but the car turned into the patrol car and hit the passenger side, pushing it for about 200 feet.
More now on the driver accused of causing this crash. Kylie Barletto didn't have a valid driver's license and did have a history of traffic violations. She was distraught at the scene, saying over and over again, "I did something stupid." A friend says she was talking to her on the phone when the pursuit began.
There was no, "Oh my God, I'm being chased by police," nothing, nothing. No urgency in her voice whatsoever.
We will continue to bring you all the big developments as this investigation moves forward. And right now on our website, we put our raw video, and the police news conference is there as well for you to see.